Hey everyone, welcome to the Kessel Run. I'm your host Graham, and this week we're going to be talking about BioWare's patch 1.1.1. We're going to be talking about some of the things that happened in Ilum this past week, the video that BioWare put out about their next major patch, which is going to be in March, and then a whole lot of viewer questions. So sit back, enjoy, let's kick this off. Okay, the abilities that are being nerfed, starting off with Shoot First and Hidden Strike. They're having their damage reduced by 20%. Acid Blade and Flechette are having their armor penetration reduced from 50% to 30%. And Jarring Strike and KO are having their stun reduced from 3 seconds to 1.5. So they're not huge nerfs, but the three of them together might affect some balance, might affect how attractive the Imperial Agent and Scoundrel are. So we'll see where that goes down the line. The specific abilities being targeted, they're knocking 20% off of Shoot First and Hidden Strike. And then Acid Blade and Flechette are getting their armor penetration reduced from 50% to 30%. And then Jarring Strike and KO, they're having their stun reduced from 3 seconds to 1.5. So we're going to have a little bit less of them being able to just knock you on the ground and destroy you for 3 seconds. Alright, let's talk about Ilum, everyone's favorite subject, and how it did not go well. Last week, BioWare came out with a fix to discourage trading nodes. Made it so that nodes no longer affected the daily, but killing people and gathering armaments did. Basically, it resulted in a lot of spawn camping and just unsavory practices, and it was a complete mess. A lot of people were farming Valor at unintended rates, I'd have to say. But BioWare said there's not going to be rollbacks, so the people that got the Valor keep the Valor. It's not an awesome situation, but oh well. They did manage to fix the spawn camping issue so that you can't actually camp inside another person's base. If you pass a certain point, you're just going to instantly die. So right direction, but Ilum still needs a lot of work. It is nowhere near what I think they want it to be, which is a shame because I think it's a really cool idea. So yeah, we'll see what they try with it next. Hopefully a little better. Yeah. Alright, BioWare also released a video last week talking about the changes that are coming in the next major patch, which is going to be in March. They're adding a new PvP Warzone. They're adding ranked PvP matches or some sort of ranking for PvPers. They haven't exactly said what, just PvP ranking combined. Yeah. Then they're adding guild banks. Finally, guild will be more than just an extra chat. UI customization will finally be coming in. The two things that they've said you're going to be able to do is move things around and resize. How much you're going to be able to move, how much you're going to be able to resize, how you're going to be able to set it up, that's still kind of in the dark. So we'll see how that turns out. We finally got some answers to the legacy system. They're introducing a few things such as the family tree. So everyone in your family tree will get bonuses or benefits or something like that. And then you're going to be able to earn new abilities and powers. In the video they showed, there was Amir Luka as a Sith, which is currently a Jedi-only race, so that I think is really cool. As for the abilities and powers, I'm a little bit worried, that if these things are just cosmetic, then that'll be awesome. Even if it's just your animations will look a little bit different, but it's the same ability. But if they're going to be adding like new abilities and stuff like that, I doubt it. I don't think they're that crazy. That would be a lot bad. But yeah, finally we at least have something to start talking about with the legacy system, which always good. Okay, since there's not a whole lot in the patch this week, we're going to do a lot of questions. I got a couple good ones this week, I hope. Starting off, can you trade cross-faction? If you pick up a schematic or something like that, or just anything, would you be able to give it to someone of the opposite faction? While you cannot mail or trade with someone of the opposite faction, the Galactic Trade Network on Nar Shaddaa is cross-faction. So if you have a a schematic that's only for someone of the opposite faction. Throw it in there, and they'll be able to buy it. All right, next question deals with PvP, as in how does the resolve bar work? For those of you who don't know, the resolve bar is something that will show up under your health bar of your character, and as you get crowd controlled, it will slowly fill up. Now, the way that it works is once the bar fills up, it'll start to slowly drain. While that bar is draining is when you are immune to CC, not when it's full or yeah, it's while it's draining. So a lot of people I know were complaining that my resolve bar is full. Why am I not immune to CC? It's because the resolve bar fills up. It's like 1,000 points, and around 800 points the bar looks full. So you still have to be like hit once with a CC in order for the bar to start draining and for your immunity to kick off. One question I've seen a lot this week having to do with Ilum. With the change in the daily, people want to know where are the armaments. They run around, can't find them. What the armaments are is in the central node, you'll see a little chest that has like a missile or something that looks like a generator in it. And you click on that and you get one armament. The problem with this is every time I've gone there, other than the first day when no one knew where they were, you see like 4 or 5 people at least just circling around the central node, and you will not be able to get armaments because there's like 5 spawns in the area, and they take a while to respawn. So it's really hard to get your daily done just from armaments. So I think that they either need to add more or shorten the timer or do something, because right now it's kind of impractical to do anything with them. All right, another one is I got people asking me what professions they should get. This is a tough question because there's a lot of different ways to go with this. Some professions you should have one. If you have multiple characters, you should have at least one character with a profession, such as slicing, which is awesome for leveling because it gives you extra credits for very little effort. But it also gives you schematics and such for other professions. So having that at least on one character is very useful. Having it on multiple ones, it kind of bogs down its usefulness. Biochem is a great one because it has reusable med packs and stims, which is great later on. Cybertech, mounts, implants, yeah, it's got some cool stuff in there, but right now I don't see a whole lot of use for it, which is the same problem with artifice, arms tech, armor tech, the crafting of gear. Because right now, endgame gear that you can get from doing flashpoints or PvP is better than all the crafting gear. So it's kind of hard to. It seems like they're mainly leveling professions, like to help alts and such. But we'll see down the line what BioWare does with that. But as of now, they're not that awesome. Also, mission skills. They give you companion gifts. They can give you rare mats for crafting professions, but they cost a lot. They cost a lot to level up, and that can be an issue, especially while you're leveling. So if you're going to pick a mission skill, I would almost recommend waiting until later in the game to start leveling it up. Otherwise, you're going to be strapped for cash your entire leveling process. All right, now when you get to level 50, you start being able to get PvP gear and flashpoint gear. I'm going to talk about both of those now because I get a lot of questions on both. First, people want to ask how the PvP gear works. There's 3 tiers of it currently, starting with Centurion, then going to Champion, and then Battlemaster. The way that Centurion gear works is you get Champion's bags or Battlemaster bags, and those give you commendations. And the Centurion gear you get through straight commendations. They usually range from like 24 to like 80 commendations in price. Next up, you have the Champion gear, which you can get mostly through tokens, but there are also pieces in there that you can get with the same Centurion commendations. Lastly is Battlemaster gear, which you need a Valor rank of 60 in order to even purchase. You get Battlemaster boxes or something like that, and they contain tokens for specific pieces of gear, and commendations, which can buy other pieces of gear. So it's pretty much the same all the way up. It's just that once you hit Battle Master, your commendations will switch from the Centurion Champion commendations to the Battle Master commendations. Alright, lastly I'm going to talk about, there's 3 vendors on the fleets. There's a Taiwanese commendation vendor, a Colony commendation vendor, and a Rakata commendation vendor. And people want to know where to get these commendations. The answer is you get them from hard mode level 50 flashpoints. You get them from the bosses. When you defeat them, they drop a couple of these commendations, save them up, get the gear. Also, I'll add that from the last boss of every flashpoint, they will drop a rare crafting mat, which is the biometric crystal alloy. And you'll get one of those per last boss kill. Alright, that is week 2 of the Kessel run. If you like, then give me a thumbs up or subscribe. And if you have any questions, please, I need more questions. I'm having to come up with a couple of these basically just by trolling general chat or the forums. So if you have any question that you want answered, make a comment, let me know, and I will answer it on the next show. Anyway, thanks a lot. This is Graham. Later.